It should have been possible for Richard's group to use that gap to gather their forces and annihilate the enemy. However, Cyrus had refused to gather their forces, thinking that this was what the enemy wanted. He had given orders to prioritize buying time for reinforcements to arrive, over repelling the enemy calmly, strengthening their guard for the time being. On the other side, Caleb knew what Cyrus was thinking. Time was on Cyrus's side. If reinforcements arrived, Caleb's group would be the ones trapped like rats next. If we can't do anything about that monster sniper. Yeah, we can't advance or retreat. What do we do at times like this? Lie down and wait. Alan just needs to blow his head off. The sounds from the fierce gun battle could be heard as far away as the rear entrance of the graveyard. The men defending that area looked at each other uneasily, keeping their guard up. Is it really okay for us to stay here? Sounds like they're having trouble over there. No, don't worry about it. The boss gave strict orders not to move from this spot, and he said that's got to be a diversion over there. What if they only wanted it to seem that way and it's actually the main force? I don't know, it's up to the bosses to decide stuff like that. Let's just call ourselves lucky and relax here. Ah, god damn it. Hey, they're here, it's backup. Who is it? It's Terry's men. They've got a bunch of veterans too. Looks like even Ghost Caleb's heading back to the grave. Hey there, good work. We've come to provide backup. Good work, sir. The Grand Boss and the others are in the church. Thanks, dumb fuck. So, would you mind putting your hands up? Madam Merrill, Terry, what's going on here? Don't take it personal. Terry's decided to back Madame Rose. What? Are you insane, Terry? Do you intend to betray the consigliere? We at Primavera swore loyalty to Madame Rose, didn't we? The consigliere was never more than an advisor. He's not our boss. I hope you don't think everyone agreed with your methods. Terry, I'll be counting on you for the rest. Yeah, madam, leave it to me. You betrayed! We're betrayed! By Machine Gun Terry! So you're here. What took you so long, Walter? Please pardon my lateness, madam. Leave the rest to us. We'll prove our unchanging devotion to Madame Rose. Even Walter's group betrayed us. What's going on? Not all the bullets in my machine gun are made of lead. Merrill laughed impishly and flicked the nose of the dumbfounded man. Merrill hadn't spent all this time just buying machine guns over and over. Even she had been slyly planning to bring Primavera to its knees with machine guns that shot money. In the earlier purge, all the execs had shown outward support for Richard. However, forceful, hasty purges can never grab the hearts of men. She was able to win over plenty of them with suitable maneuvering and plenty of profit. James had planned to suddenly topple a major exec like Maurice and failed. However, Merrill had cautiously dug around the edges. Yeah, because she's not stupid. Because you just see where people lie. You just ask a couple questions and you move on. Just snake around for a while. As a result, the squad of reinforcements all belonged to Merrill, not Richard. They double-crossed us! Machine Gun Terry and Walter double-crossed us! Contact the Grand Boss! Okay, let's go and take back Primavera. Move. Show no mercy to any resist. Easy. Thanks, Machine Gun Terry. Who are you? You just love to see it. Richard wasn't good at keeping up his political alliances. You gotta always be reassuring the people that work with you. You can't just assume people work with you, which is his problem. He was never one to build alliances. Don't take Machine Gun Merrill lightly, got it? Okay, let's corner Richard all at once. He's trapped like a rat now. What? Terry and Walter double-crossed us? A shame that they weren't able to share our true ideals. Grub, we're gonna get caught in a pincer strike. God, at this rate we'll have nowhere to run. Grandpa's pardon me, there are enemies at the north gate too. Good. Like fucking rats that they are. Force him down. Fuck yes, John. Absolute queen. Or I should say madam. Easy. I tried too hard. Oh, yes! That was a close one. God, those shorts, though. Whew. John, be careful not to lean out too far. Thanks, but I can take care of myself. We won't accept the consigliere. Primavera still belongs to Madame Rose. You scum, apologize to Madame Rose and throw down your weapons. Right? Have you betrayed us? I never gave a shit about Madame Rose or the consigliere. But I can never forgive the debt I owe to old Amakawa. Now's the time to repay that debt. Thanks, Frank. I'm sure those feelings of yours will prove useful to this city. You people, are you really prepared to lose your lives in such a pointless fight? Stop acting like fools and throw down your guns. You've got no more allies coming for you. The only ones coming will be our allies, people on Madame Rose's side. We surrender. Several of the bosses had regional ties to old Edogawa. Many of them were greatly indebted to old Amakawa. When Jean revealed her identity and offered to help, quite a large group of them had switched sides. This was also part of the power that the great ruler called Old Amakawa had left Jean. Just fucking move through this area like a tidal wave. A war on 3 fronts, they got no chance. This is what planning is. Not just randomly starting a fucking war. I can hear gunfire from the distance too, so they finally came. Yeah, it looks like the enemy's finally starting to remember that they're trapped. They're just about to flee. Men, the time to attack is near. Yeah. Keith, who was watching over everything from a high place, could also tell that the tables had completely turned. By now, it wasn't just the main gate and the back gate. The enemy was approaching from all sides, and their allies were falling into chaos. Maurice frantically dashed around, apparently trying to gather their forces around the church, but his efforts were fruitless in this chaos. By now, their organized resistance was falling apart, and it was becoming a melee in all directions. Both sides were members of Primavera and Japanese. If both sides had been squaring off against each other, they'd be able to tell who was friend and who was an enemy. But once things got this chaotic, no one could tell anymore. People tended to hesitate before shooting. The amount of gunfire decreased, and the fight below Keith began to turn into a primitive scuffle. Crap, at this rate, I can't tell who the enemy is. Once that happened, the effectiveness of Keith's sniping dropped considerably. It was all he could do just to identify someone as being definitely an enemy. At this stage, it would be impossible to engage in a tactical sniping battle, keeping enemies pinned down. Alan can keep him pinned down. Of course, his former partner Alan had realized this as well. Now's our chance. Let's push into that bell tower all at once and crush the sniper. Alan's anti-tank rifle had been destroyed by Keith's earlier sniping attack. Dumb. So the only way to stop Keith was to reach that bell tower, dash up the spiral staircase, and reach the top. But even so, the sniper's still in perfect health. We won't be able to avoid casualties. Ah, come on. We still got the most effective anti-sniper technique invented by the Soviet Army. Oh, that sounds awesome. What did the Soviets do? Run. Just copy what I do, okay? All troops charge! I guess that's the only option. Huh? Hey there, boss, I see ya! Oh, please fucking kill him. Oh, God. Yes. Just shoot him. Oh, it would feel so good. Maurice dying needs to happen. Oh, that was smooth as fuck. Long time no see, Alan. Fortunately, you've got plenty of graves to spare here. Dancing with guys isn't really a hobby of mine. The pair of them dashed forward and started fighting. Keith saw this scene through his sniping scope. Found you, Alan. As the two of them fought, their bodies switched positions multiple times. However, Keith quietly waited for a chance to snipe without getting impatient. But see, while that's happening, other people can be rushing because he'll be focused on him. god. Wow, I don't... Got lucky that was all just in the fucking same place at the end. Holy shit. Let's go. Crush them. It's 10 years too early for you to defeat me, boy. Maurice's hands fixed around Alan's neck, and he was pushing down on his Adam's apple with his thumbs. Their ferocious dance-like movement stopped, and they settled into a deadlock. Keith's sight slowly fixed on Alan's head. 1. Ooh. It would be funnier if Keith accidentally fucking shot Maurice in the head. That would be epic. 2. 3. What? God, slam me. What the heck? Who got in the way? Alan, leave this to us. Get to that sniper as fast as you can. Thanks, you miss. Don't overdo it, okay? Damn it, Alan. His gaze crossed Alan's through the sniper scope. There could be no doubt Alan's target was him. He was planning to press straight through this chaos and ensure victory. However, running target wasn't enough to make Keith's sights waver. This time it really is over, Alan. At that moment, Alan's body was knocked to the side. Thanks, Alfred. The massive figure of Alfred had jumped from behind cover and fiercely body slammed Alan. Oh, I'm sorry. Time to stop that bad guy. Why does every single one of you have to get in the way? Even amidst this chaos, Alfred had remained as cold-blooded as a lizard, hiding near the church all this time. I won't let anyone get near my friend Richard. You're pretty good. The reflection off Keith's sniper scope glinted from over Alfred's shoulder. Alfred's large body was completely blocking Keith's line of fire, but they were stuck in a total deadlock. Alan could feel a cold sweat covering. Well, this is bad. Nice, Alan. Time for a dance of death with Alfred. The instant your face peeks over his shoulder, I'll end it for you. What? Yeah, I've arrived, like totally. Now's when I save Alfred from trouble to make a name for myself, like totally. Fool, you're in the way. As Tequila dashed forward, clumsily swinging his knife about, the deadlock suddenly broke. However, the enemy apparently wasn't the only one getting reinforcements. There we go. You can kill Alfred. Or you can die trying. Either one. Ooh, safe. I just want Alan to beat the shit out of him, okay? I'm just tired of fucking Keith. This fucking edgelord needs to die. Oh, nice to meet you, Mr. Miguel. Haha, I haven't seen you in ages. I've got this. You get that sniper, Alan. I owe you one. There was only a short dash left to the bell tower. However, it was more than long enough for Keith to attack one last time. Keith! Now it's really over, Alan. What? Fucking knifes him in the throat. It's just over. Instantly. Okay. I missed that one. I wasn't even going to attempt to get it. Keith, you got no shot against her. Calm down. Keith was stunned to see a girl fly in through the window at the top of the bell tower. His long sniper rifle was knocked down and she grabbed onto him. Zhelong had been clinging to the outer wall this whole time, hiding so that she could distract Keith at the perfect moment. That short distraction gave Alan the best chance he could possibly get. Well, if he just threw the sniper rifle down. After body slamming the door into the bell tower and knocking it away, Alan dashed up the spiral staircase, screaming Keith's name. I'm gonna fucking kill that little bitch boy. So, we're surrounded on all sides. First, let's strengthen our guard and wait for the momentum to change again. Major Gabriel's group has escaped. I'm sure he'll gather the MP squads to come save us. Oh, I'm sure. They'll only stand at the side of whoever's strongest. There's no reason for them to save us when we can't take care of our own problems. So, will my ideals end without being understood? Oh, fuck off! Why is it that everyone understands we are a lost nation in this era, on the brink of destruction, but no one can understand my ideals? Fuck. What fucking greater ideals? You're fucking a racist. Everyone understands. The only way to protect our countrymen is to absolutely fight against foreigners. You're working with them! You absolute fucking moron! Why can't they understand that the only possible way to converse with foreigners who understand neither duty nor common sense is through military force? Yeah, fuck off, you little bitch. Does that mean that the opposite opportunism of Rose's moderate party has captured the hearts of the Japanese people who want peace at any price? How foolish. Yeah, I can't believe it. Instead of being a fucking nationalist, everyone wants to be moderates. That's so fucking crazy. Radicals blown the fuck out. Why can't they share in the ideals of building a future for our countrymen? Ideals aren't the issue. You're a little bitch. Who's that? The voice came out of nowhere and rang throughout this church. This voice, which seemed to be coming from heaven, made the guards clutch at their weapons and look all around. However, Richard didn't care where this person was hiding. Just being able to talk to them was enough. Rose? Ah, no, this is Gabriel. 100%. What do you mean by saying ideals aren't the issue? Everything that's gone wrong is due to them choosing Rose's peace at any price ideals over my iron will. Shut the fuck up. Man, he's fucking pissing me off. Oh, Leo. That's wrong, Richard. There's an issue that comes before the question of whether your ideals are right or wrong. No, perhaps. In the crazy future that's coming, your ideals might be correct after all. However, there's an issue that comes even before that, Richard. I despise roundabout answers. Could you be more specific? It's simple. You're the consigliere, not the madam. I see. Now that truly is an answer that's simple and easy to understand. None of us individuals living in the now know what is right for the future of our countrymen. True. That's why it's certainly possible that I'm in the wrong and you're in the right, Richard. He's not right, though, so... doesn't matter. Well, I have no intention of disagreeing with you on that point. Nice, how long have you guys been? I see, so we're rats who jumped into a bag of our own accord, are we? Leo, Rose! Let's put a stop to this, the war is already over. Who knows, can't say for sure yet. Stop it. People are guided by ideals, that part is not wrong. What do you mean it's still fucking going? You're getting pushed back all the way here, your sniper's fucked. Your army is shattered. And you're being routed. However, ideals are a destination, not a compass. You need to guide the people to guide you to them. And you're saying the madam is that person. I see. So you're saying that social upheaval is completely pointless. Richard understood as well. He knew of the three qualities required for leaders in the criminal underworld. Bye, bitch. Force. This was not simply a question of whether one was violent or not. It meant the courage to stand at the brunt without fear of being wounded, and it meant the charisma generated when people saw you do that. Richard had worked behind the scenes as consigliere, but he had never stood at the brunt and fought himself. Of course, he had probably contributed quite a lot. However, the important thing was whether the other execs acknowledged it or not. The charisma of force can't be calculated simply by how much one contributes. Some things can only be gained by stirring up the passions that heats the blood of men. Rosa resolved herself and stood at the brunt in many fights up until now. Yep. She had a charisma of feeling Father Caleb by her own hand. Killing. Or felling. Shit, not feeling. God. I see, I never had such a thing. She's got the fucking money. The good shit. The one criminal underworld qualification Richard did have was probably wealth. Yeah, but wealth only gets you so much. It's what you do with the wealth. However, even that doesn't refer simply to controlling a large amount of wealth. Money only has a meaning when it moves. Wealth that's piled up at the bottom of a safe that doesn't move, like Richard's, has no meaning. You could be a billionaire, but if you don't do anything with that money, is it really even worth anything? Rose was different. Meryl was different too. Money is blood. If it lays stagnant, it dies. It means nothing. That's why they circulated money all the time, moving it. They rewarded people for hard work, paying graciously to those who aided them. She never repaid assistance to Primavera with threats. She always paid up, even out of her own pockets, continually displaying her wealth by giving people profit. It's as you say. No matter how much money you have, there's no point taking it into a coffin. Yep. Mow him down in influence, baby. Jean's got that in fucking spades. Certainly Richard had used a conspiracy that might have called social upheaval to confine Rose and steal control of Primavera. However, influence isn't something that can be stolen. It can only be transferred when that transfer is approved of by another previous holder of that influence and those around them. Before being called Madam, Rose had been baptized several times by negotiating between the factions of Amanda and the others. Even when establishing the Primavera family, she had shown that she was a leader of both people, within and outside her group, and was acknowledged by them. True. The GGS, the Satomi Alliance, and the forces from other cities have gone through diplomatic relations and acknowledge her as the head of her organization. It was the same for Jean, but this is with the business people. People felt the same authority from her as they'd felt from old Amakawa, because she had announced that she had inherited Amakawa's will, and they had accepted it. Then she took the name of Madame Jean, and they accepted her as well. That was why Jean had the backing, both of old Amakawa's authority and the Primavera's power. She was no longer a bakery girl. She was a wielder of more than enough influence to affect the criminal underworld. And I merely locked you up on my own, announcing myself that I had stolen away your influence. The process I took towards being accepted was completely different from yours. Yeah, he really should have just told her to make an announcement to all the execs as she's like bleeding out in the hospital or whatever, saying like Richard is the new leader. That would have been way more effective. I see. It's not merely your allies that are laying siege to me now. It's the power of the quantities I could not hold, the quantities you gained by yourself. Richard, if you had gained those three powers through the proper methods, I believe your ideals would have been able to act as a new signpost, guiding the future of our countrymen. Oh, that would have been a shit. Don't fucking suck him off here. You mean to say my understanding was flawed? Look, one, your understanding and your ideals are flawed. You can't be this hyper-nationalist person, because then what this ends up doing is creating like a pyramid effect where you always scapegoat people at the bottom, but it just gets tighter and tighter and you run out of allies sooner and sooner and sooner because you draw arbitrary lines of who you'll work with and who you won't. And if it's arbitrary, that's the problem. It needs to have a structure to it, a rigid structure that makes sense, that people can understand. Yes. People can only be moved by people. No one can tell whether ideals are correct or not. That's why the people choose to acknowledge a leader chosen by the right methods and obey their ideals. So even my iron ideals, even a fastidious and noble future, where we destroy all foreigners, might have been understood. Oh, it's such a noble fucking future! Yes. If you had made your case, gaining the understanding and acknowledgement of the people, no matter how just an ideal may be, it must not be created by a dictator. In our post-war democratic Japan, while there is danger of us giving rise to evil ideals, we've chosen to have a country where the leader proclaiming those ideals must undergo the democratic process, and they gain the approval of all people. In the end, we might end up proclaiming ideals that aren't righteous. However, it won't be like pre-war Japan, where the military and the government made decisions so the ordinary citizens felt like it was someone else's problem. By going through the process where all ordinary citizens choose a leader democratically, we'll bear all the responsibility, including the results of the ideals we proclaim. Yeah, if only some people realize that. This is the resolve and responsibility needed by future leaders of Japan and the ordinary citizens who elect them. I thought you were the one who didn't understand this era of a lost nation. But it seems that I was the one whose clock had stopped with a pre-war mentality. Richard had spoken with Rose about this matter before. He'd said that this era of a lost nation was like being in the middle of a fire. Yeah, one of them got out, one didn't. Democracy causes delays. For the time being, he needed to act as a dictator to save the people from his crisis. Yeah, the reason for democracy is to add delays is so there's not rapid, crazy change overnight. That's the whole point of republics and democracies. It is designed to go slower because that's more reflective of the true will of the people. Because if it moved fast, then it's subject to quick whim changes rather than sustained, normal progression. That is why democracy is good. They had sometimes spoken of Primavera as a dictatorial organization of mutual assistance, existing for the sake of saving their countrymen from crisis. It would seem that I interpreted those words too literally. Surely that lack of flexibility typical of men is proof that I'm not qualified for my position. True. Consigliere Richard Mayugi, I order you as Primavera's representative, Madame Rose. I won't surrender. What a shame. Even if you attack me by calling me a dictator, I have ideals that must be brought to fruition with an unyielding will. I'm convinced that one is permitted to ignore whether or not the means are just, as long as justice is done in the end. Man, that's dumb. No matter how just the ends are, they must not be accepted if they brought through by misguided means. Those who honor the means more than the ends have lost the sight of what's truly important. Well, the ideal is that you want the means to match the ends. But whatever. Goodbye. Just shoot him. Please understand, Richard. I cannot... Something. I cannot. It seems that after all, you are a foolish leader without an iron will, one lacking all talent except the ability to make people agree with you. In that case, I must defeat you. Please stop, Rose. We don't want to shoot you. I want to shoot you. And I don't want to shoot you. Give up. There's no point. Just fuck off. Stella, do you also mean to say that I was the one who was mistaken? Yes. I don't know about Stella. Well, I do know about me, Richard. I'll stick with you. Well, you're our leader. Man, he makes me sad. I'm disappointed. Cyrus's right arm was slowly raised. There could be no doubt he was about to give the order to shoot. Leo and Rose slowly drew their guns too. To think a day like this would come. It's such a shame, Rose. Is there really no stopping you, Cyrus? You really were a pestilence after all. From the time I first saw you in the club, some part of me felt like this day would come. You didn't have to! You're choosing this! This day would come. You chose this day coming. I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad. You're choosing to die. Are you in the right or am I? Let us leave that decision to the hands of heavens. Look, I can already tell you one of you's fucking dying and it ain't gonna be Rose or Leo. I already know who's wrong. God, lend your protection to the one truly suited for this era. Richard,